Hey, so I have another word for you today. Sorry about the noise in the background. Don't let it distract you. But today I want to talk specifically about marriage. I want to talk to the single women out there as myself. I am single. I've been single for almost a decade actually. And it's been a great season, but it has been hard as well. But here is what the Lord has been showing me when it comes to singleness and those who are desiring marriage, because I know that that's a God-given desire and he will fulfill it in his perfect timing. But we need to change our perspective again, right? We need to work on ourselves. And I want to read to you Genesis 2, verse 20. So Adam gave names to all cattle, to the birds of the air, and to every beast of the field. But for Adam, there was not found a helper comparable to him. And I want to highlight that word comparable, right? The Lord is going to send a man, a wife who is comparable to him, right? And what does comparable mean? It doesn't mean that they're exactly the same. It actually means that they're different, but they complement each other. They're different, but they're alike at the same time. Alike in their hunger, alike in their drive, alike in their destinies, right? But this is the problem that I'm seeing, especially in the church. A lot of single women, young and older women, I've been noticing, they are waiting for their spouse to start their lives. And that is crushing. It's very sad because it's almost as if we have looked at marriage as our savior. We have looked at our potential spouse as our savior, and they are not our savior. We cannot put our hope and our trust in marriage or in a person, because guess what? When we leave this earth, there's not even marriage in heaven. There's no marriage. It's an earthly thing. And I'm here to tell you that there's so much that God has for you in your singleness. And I can assure you, as you walk in purpose, as you walk in your calling, as you do what God has called you to do, you're going to attract the right guy. You're going to attract somebody, and he's going to see that she is comparable. She is working hard. She is living out her purpose. She is doing what God has called her to do. She is looking more like Christ, and that's going to attract a wonderful, godly man. And a lot of times we get upset and we say things, why am I attracting these wrong men? I want a Boaz. Why am I attracting all these other guys? And we have to look within ourselves. We have to we have to realize that, we attract who we are. And I know people don't believe that, but I feel like it's true, In my past, I have attracted a lot of broken guys because I was broken myself. And as you heal, I'm telling you, those wonderful guys that you want, godly men, they're going to see something in you, right? But we have to be willing to work on ourselves, to heal, to not wait for a husband, to do what God has called you to do. And I'm telling you, God is going to bring that guy when you least expect it. And he is going to be blessed by you. He's going to already see a wife in you. He's going to see that Proverbs 31 woman in you already. And I know a lot of times people bring up Ruth and they say, well, but what about Ruth? That she was poor and, she ended up marrying Boaz, a very wealthy man. But when you go back to Ruth chapter 1, look at her character. Look at Ruth's character. It says, so she had to make a choice. She had to decide whether she was going to go with Naomi back to her home country or she was going to go stay in her country. And she didn't want that. She wanted to go where Naomi was going. She wanted to go back to Naomi's home. And look, it says that Naomi said, and she said, look, your sister-in-law has gone back to her people and to her gods, returned after your sister-in-law. Basically telling her, don't come with me. Go back. You have a great chance of potentially finding a husband in your home country. But this is what Ruth said. Entreat me not to leave you or to turn back from following after you. For wherever you go, I will go, and wherever you lodge, I will lodge. Your people shall be my people, and your God, my God. Where you die, I will die, and there will I be buried. The Lord do so to me and more also, if anything but death parts you and me. She's basically saying, I will I will serve the same God you serve. I will die where you die. That's her faithfulness. She had character already. She was she was willing. She was willing to do what it took to, you know, stay with Naomi. She was already faithful. She was already loyal. You can see character. And also she was a hard worker. When she got to the home country, of course they were poor. They didn't have anything. They left everything behind. But she didn't, waste time being in despair, sitting there in self-pity. No, she goes up early. She went to, and it was a hard job. She had to reap, glean heads of grain, right? And that wasn't easy, but nowadays we can just go to the store and get that. But, doing all of that hard work, you have to walk around. I'm sure the sun was hot, but she worked hard. She got up early. She, got what she needed, went home, cooked, took care of Naomi. She was already a wife. She was a hard worker. She had good work ethic. And guess who noticed that? Boaz. And they met and they got married. So whatever you want, it's good to have those desires. If you want that godly man, you want that Boaz, you want, that's a great desire. But you have to be willing to be honest with yourself and do the work that you need to do inside of you to attract that kind of guy. But remember, your life does not start when you're married. It starts right now. Work hard. Buy that house. Start that business. Go back to school. Fulfill your dreams. And as you're doing that, as you have your life and as you're pursuing God, another guy's going to see that and you're going to pursue it together, right? You have your life. He has his life. You bring it together, and I bring so much glory to God. So be blessed. I love you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.